everybody. Welcome to closing ceremonies for CypherCon 5.3. I hope you all had a great time. I know you did. There was tons of stuff going on. There's great sessions that we went to, and all these villages were here to talk about what happened during the conference in the background. Who was participating in CTFs and other hacking activities? Lots and lots of hands. We're going to start out with toy makers who did the fancy badges everyone's using. So please tell us.
So I'm here first because we currently have a line of folks waiting at the vending machine, and so I should probably go back and help. But 200 people interacted with the machine. 0 have completed the Necronomicon quest. So there's still time. I think we're here till 4 or 5. And badge ID 336 has clicked on the vending machine 3,190 times. And badge 248 has done it 3,266 times. There are extra badges available at registration for sale. So if you guys, merchandise for sale. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these fabulous blinkies, please do. And then if you turn your badge around, there next to the little Metroid, it says post-con remove R4. If you desolder that resistor, it'll make it so your badge never dies and it just starts blinking a lot and forever until the batteries die. So yeah, then you guys don't have to worry about going to vendors or llamas or, you know, all that. Yeah.
Thank you. You guys have fun playing with that? All right. Next up, we're going to have Doug from the safe cracking.
All right, so safe cracking and lockpicking was a lot of fun. There were quite a few people who were trying for this. Unfortunately, nobody got it this year. For those who were working on it, the combination was 23, 33, 1. So you were very, very, very close. So great job. See you next year.
That one is very fun. Next for password cracking, Robert, where are you? Come on up here and tell us about password cracking this year.
Okay, so this year we had one other contest previously here at CypherCon, and I had identified a couple issues with it that a lot of people had problems with. And while I'm sitting in the booth, I had a bunch of people come up to me just trying to get a password cracking environment running on their machines. That was the majority of what I spent my time doing at the con last time. And so obviously that was an issue that I needed to fix. So this year, I designed a way for individuals to walk up, whether their computer or a thin client, and do all of their password cracking directly in the browser. All you needed was a browser, you get yourself a graphics card, and you go to town, which was pretty cool. Worked pretty good. I had a couple hiccups in the beginning, but that worked awesome, and it was very well received. So I'm happy that all functioned. The contest itself went without any issues, which is great. Great planning on our part, and love it because it's a pain to fix afterwards. So I have some stats here from the actual contest itself. Last contest, we had a single team that submitted an obnoxious amount of plain texts that were duplicates. Really, really glad that we thought ahead and took care of that because we would not have enough compute to sustain what was going on. This year is absolutely no different. We have one single team that submitted about 50% of all submissions, and that was about 60 million hashes that they pushed to our server. So that was pretty nice to see that our forward thinking with the server was working well. So that's cool. Nice props for that. As far as who wins stuff in the pro section, is anyone from HashMob here? No. HashMob? Okay. All right. Well, HashMob took first in the pro section. That section is literally us just absolutely destroying you. That is a difficult one. But I'm more interested in the street stuff. The pro team is really just us messing with our colleagues that we do contests with, i.e. Team Hashtag, right? So I mean, that's basically what it is. Like, we just screw with you guys because you beat us almost every year, and crack me if you can. So, yeah, well, we train you to be better, exactly. So the street teams, last year we had an individual that absolutely blew us away because he was a single person on one single cracking rig, and he won last time. And this year's no different. Toil absolutely murdered the competition. If you could come up here, buddy, I'd appreciate it. And the stuff, he's absolutely impressive. He's going up against teams that are 20 plus people that have 20 plus GPU cracking rigs, and he's taken this on completely solo. So I am genuinely impressed with the stuff that this guy does. This is the second year in a row that you have won this competition, and I have two things to give you. I have a badge that I made, and all the time, anyone that came by, I told you you could win a graphics processing unit. Well, I sure as hell wasn't lying. Here is a graphics processing unit. It just may not be usable. So these GPUs are the very first GPUs that I started learning password cracking on. Back in the day, I had 28 of them, and I just went to town password cracking my heart out. I don't use them anymore. They've been sitting and collecting dust. However, I have laser engraved in here, you know, the CypherCon logo, crack the con in the year. So Toil, here you are, buddy. You very well. Now, this is great because you have won a lifetime badge twice now, which means you're done. So this is one of another lifetime badge, and with that you get digitals for life. So the password cracking contest and village was a hit. I really appreciate everybody coming by, sitting down, learning a thing or two. That's why I'm here. I was extremely busy yesterday, and I appreciate each and every one of you taking some time and talking with me. So thank you very much, you guys.
Now, we need Joe from the Espionage Village. Joe? Yeah, come on up here. And I also wanted to say thanks to our evening event performers last night. Remember Chiptunes, Dual Core, and Mikhail. Was anybody there? That was a great time. Thank you very much for that. Joe, come on up. Here you go.
All right, everyone. I'm Joe from the Espionage Village. I was running my own contest this year. And so I wanted to thank the 26 participants who figured out the cipher. It was a simple substitution cipher. I also wanted to thank all 26 of those participants for giving me a taste of my own medicine, because I had to decipher your names that you wrote down to put in the little bag here. So I also realized I shot myself in the foot because I made the message that you decoded so cool that everyone turned it in and was like, all right, so now when do we get to hack the ambassador's computer, break into the safe, and get all this stuff? So I encourage you guys next year. It's going to be much bigger. There is going to be many different parts of the espionage contest that we're going to do. So please, please, please get your teams now. Number puzzle cracking, cipher cracking, computer hacking. So what we're going to do right now is we've got the lovely official drawing here. Everyone's names are in. And I think we'll give Mike the honors of picking the name. All right, so the winner, thank God, it's one of the ones I could actually read decently well. Joe Steinberg, there's one that he won, so.
Sending Ron out. If you're part of a team.
Sending off.
All right. You win.
So I said the prize was going to be awesome. So the prize is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I don't know, man. This is my first one. This is really... Yeah, this is my first one, so I just dove in. I think that there's a lot of mythology around hacking and everything, and one of the things that people don't realize is that it takes a heck of a lot of persistence. Like, if you're really going to hack through something, you can spend like a couple months just to get like one little answer. And that's what, like, yesterday was all day. That's all I did was just try to figure out the letters and rearrange them and everything. So it was a good experience.
All right, so see you guys next year.
Great. All right, next up we have Chris from the OSINT Village. Chris and Chris.
Okay. Once again, I'm not schizophrenic. My wife's name is Chris, and she helps me with the contest. All right. So, well, actually, she runs the contest, and I just take all the credit. So, as I should, right? Anyway, just a couple things about the OSINT CTF, if you're not familiar with it. OSINT is open source intelligence. And so basically we have two voluntargets, as we call them, who offer up their lives for us to stalk online, and the contestants go out and try to find specific pieces of information about each voluntarget. And the more information they find, the more points they get, and all that kind of stuff. The contest lasts about 3 hours, so it's kind of a feverish search across the internet for information. We do this contest for awareness around how much information is really out there about all of us. And usually our voluntargets are in the security industry, so you would think it would be hard to find their mother's maiden name or sensitive information like that, but believe it or not, it's not as hard as you think. So it's kind of to raise that awareness for people. All right, time to wake up. All right, excellent. So basically we had 30 different flags about 2 different voluntargets, and there we go, time for bed now. And we had 30 teams signed up. Now, there's no restriction on the number of people you can have in a team. We might be changing that next year, we'll see about that. Or you could just play individually, which is perfectly fine. But there were over 30 teams that participated this year, which is a great turnout. We really appreciate that. But to the important part, the people who actually placed in here, and instead of call you up, especially for first place, I'm just going to ask you to stand up and be recognized. So for the third place team was a Brazilian Hacks, and if you could stand up. And maybe people recognize this little card. The team of one back there, right? Yes. Hack all the things and snoop all the things. Okay. In our second place, we had a 2-person team their last name started with W, and they were asking me for suggestions on a team name, and I said, well, how about the 2 W's? So they shortened that to 2 Dubs. Are the 2 Dubs, are you guys, I know you, there we go. Well done, very well done. All right, and then finally in first place, this team name is Sig Pony, which I've dubbed the Sig Pony Army. I want y'all to all stand up so everybody can get the idea. Congratulations. Well done. And anyway, if you don't mind, after the closing ceremony, stop by our booth one more time and we'll give you your prizes. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much. cluster cracking or something. I'm curious, how many of you are first-time visitors to CypherCon? Whoa. Wow, that's amazing.
You people are
So
sick.
awesome. Invite your friends next time. Okay, next up, Dave, Cypher Village.
Oh, now you're gonna be sick.
Hey everybody at CypherCon. I gotta lower this. So happy to see all of you. If I know you and I have not had a chance to say hi, you didn't come by the booth, you've been busy. Hi, sorry. Let's catch up later. Hey. Okay, Cypher Village, Cypher Forest. So first things first, Cypher Forest. Here's all the answers. Who worked on the Cypher Forest? You don't seem very happy about it, like these two would do, but yeah, I kinda did it. So, well, first, we apologize. We apologize to those who kind of discovered a couple of the mistakes. So, in old game show fashion, we fucked it up. And now I hand all the answers back to you. You can go see that gentleman. So, we also had our regular contest. Who worked on that? All 4 of you. Oh, thanks. No, we had about 33-ish people come up to our table, and I'm a little disappointed because the last CypherCon, because I'm very careful not to say last year, the last CypherCon, we had 83 people come up. And I just kind of have a feeling it's a lot of you noobs couldn't get past the first gated cipher in the program. But a lot of you did try, and we give you guys a lot of credit for that. And if you did decode it, one of the things you had to do was find who our guest of honor is. And traditionally, well, somebody was a little annoyed about this, traditionally our guest of honor is deceased or somebody historic in computer science. So we're not going to tell you who it is, but Alyssa, you came up as one of the guests of honor, so congratulations. I don't know how, but they picked you randomly, so good for you. So one of the other things they had to do was they had to make some origami, write their name on it, and then come up to us and say, I eat crypto for breakfast. So this is the results of their hard work. Feel free to pick them up later. We got a lot of shitty origami, like airplanes. I'll take the boat hat, some frogs. Good shot. A lot of frogs. The frogs are cool. I think the shittiest one was basically a piece of corrugated paper, which is like a business card with a QR code. One of my favorites, somebody made a box. One person made a box, and they wrote their name Rick. So they Rick-rolled origami. I didn't come up with that. But the favorite, right, overall voted favorite, Light Leaks. Yeah, she made this is this a tulip or a calla lily? My wife's favorite flower. How did you know? Yeah. This one we thought was the best, so we're going to keep this one because it actually shows a lot of skill and artistic beauty, right? So good for you. We wish we had a prize, but we don't. So the prize, is really? Holy shit! Mazel tov! You got to come up and get it. That was very spontaneous, because the way this was going to go down was, we had, I look at you with adoring eyes. That's really cool, congratulations. Yeah, go get your badge. Hold on, I have something for you. There you go. Congrats, that's awesome. You sat there for so long, and you tried so hard, and I knew you were going to make that origami, and I just gave you the pack of cards. Did you even open the pack of cards?
I did.
Oh, okay, good. Well, come back next year.
This may be the first time that we've ever had a hacker black badge for origami, so CypherCon making history.
Well, last CypherCon, it was poetry. Digital Templar, are you here? Oh, he got it last time because of his. So congratulations. See you next year?
Yes.
Because we were joking that you'd never come back. Now, awesome. So this is how it was going to go down. For those of you who tried and have never done these kinds of puzzles before, we do offer you a round of applause and your appreciation for your efforts. So let's give them, just you and I, give them a round of applause. It was hard, and we tried to make it easier. We wanted it to be a 2-day type of challenge, so that way somebody would leave and they're like, man, I beat that thing finally, and they walk off proud with the badge. This year we had a 4-way tie. So, same 4 people, answer the same 3 questions, and it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. They probably work together as a team.
This is what you call a 4-way try harder.
Yeah, 4-way try harder. So how it was really gonna go down is, see you next year, good luck, try harder, but this generous man right here gave away a lifetime badge for someone who tried to make some good origami and not that shit. Love y'all, see you next year. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you very much. Great job. Congratulations. Trenton, from Capture the Con. Trenton, where you at? Oh, he's on his way? All right, we're going to go over Capture the Con next. Look at this guy.
He was on his way. So it was a collaborative event this year. We didn't actually do points, which is different than in the past. But did anybody get a chance to at least come and hang out in the Capture the Con room and hack on some stuff? Yeah, awesome. It was so much fun. Like yesterday we had some people that were like, we skipped college today so that we could come and actually play here. So that is what I love to see. Yes, these guys that won for the, so we don't have a badge for us this year since it was all open and collaborative, but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that stopped by and played. Please keep hacking stuff. So let's see, so wireless CTF this year, there were no points, but there was a very clear winner. And to give you a little bit of like taste of what there was plenty of wireless networks. So there was WPA, WEP, WPA3 that was there. There were plenty of Foxes running around. There are some Foxes in this room that haven't been found either, so good luck if anybody's searching for them. We also had challenges that were outside of Wi-Fi. We had shot collars, we had motion sensors, we had alarm systems. And I think all of those were all solved by at least one person. But really the clear big prize was there was a light up cube. And the light up cube, you had to compromise the wireless network, but not just stop there. You then had to compromise systems that were in that network. Then you had to find, go down the rabbit hole, so to say, get root access to the box, and then unlock the box from within by controlling the door lock. So Grimace, I don't know if you're out there. I don't think he's here, but I know who he is, so very nice job. It was really impressive because that is a very hard challenge because it takes not just the skill of compromising Wi-Fi, it doesn't take just the skill of network penetration testing, it doesn't take just the skill of application security testing and then privilege escalation. It's all of those combined. So to have one person solve it is just awesome. I'm really happy. And yeah, that was about it. It was absolutely awesome. Yes, he will get that badge.
Another lifetime badge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he deserved it. It was absolutely incredible. He did it by himself, so nice job.
Amazing. Good job. Is Josh here from the Hacker History Podcast? I want you to come up here so we can talk about you next. All right. Here, take this.
I got this one.
Ladies
All right, hi everybody, I'm Carfucker. I run the Car Hacking Village. Why does everyone laugh?
It's Car
That's my name.
Car.
Imagine if I laughed at your name every time you said it. First of all, thanks everybody for showing up, and actually thanks Mike for having this conference, guys. This is pretty sweet. I had a great time. I don't know about you guys. I had so much fun. And the Toymakers badge was phenomenal again this year. Thanks everybody for stopping by to the Car Hacking Village. We had created, the last CypherCon, if you were here, we couldn't bring the car in, couldn't fit through the door. So we had to not do the Car Hacking Village, unfortunately, that year. So I was like, you know what, I should fix that problem. So I made a fake car. We have a car simulator. And it's available after the con as well. So if you come to me afterwards, and you guys want to use the car hacking village simulator later, I can give you guys a code and you guys can start hacking cars and stuff like that after the con as well. But we had a few teams join us. We actually ran out of cars. We only had about 16 cars, and we had to just double people up and triple people up on certain cars when it got to a point. But I'll go through our list. Unfortunately, the names, I didn't want to give people's hacker names and stuff like that away, so we actually just used the car names. So each car had their own name. So the team, so I apologize if you are on this team that I'm not here, but Fusillade team. Anybody who was part of Team Fusillade here? They were 3rd place. No, okay, that's fine. And then we had our 2nd place was our Team Coquette. Anybody speaks French, that's really funny. Hey, Team Coquette over there. Thank you, Coquette. You guys might not have known you were on a team because we had to double people up, so good job, Coquette. Then our 1st place team, which I was not surprised because they always crush it at GERCon as well, was Team Tornado, which I know is Can Boss. Can Boss, he's back there, he's hanging out the window. Thank you, Can Boss, you did a great job. All of your points, if you come to the car hacking village at DEF CON, all of your points will transfer to DEF CON as well, which we might give away some cool prizes. Maybe like in the past we give away cars and stuff, so I'll try to do that again this year. Thank you very much. Awesome, thanks.
Thank you. So I hope that all of you managed to find some great stories from what you took away from yesterday and today. And Josh here, see what I did? This is a transition. He runs Hacker History Podcast and wants to talk to you and you and you and all of you. So please tell us more about the podcast.
That was a fabulous transition. You would make a really good podcast host, I'm just saying. All right, so hi, I'm Josh. CypherCon, come on. Okay. All right, so CypherCon has a podcast called Hacker History that I do. It wasn't in the program though. But anyway, so there's a podcast called the Hacker History Podcast. I'd obviously encourage all of you to listen to it because it's fabulous. And I host this podcast, and I jokingly tell everyone I talk to that my job is to say, tell me your story, and then I laugh at your jokes. And that's basically what I actually do. But for real, we've done 20-ish episodes, give or take, I don't remember the exact number, and every person I have asked to come on the show has told me, my story isn't interesting. They're all full of shit. And if you listen, the stories are amazing. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone's story is amazing. And so absolutely, if you want to tell your story, and I encourage everyone here to do it, tell me your hacker story. I desperately want it. I'm always looking for guests. Like the worst part about running this podcast is just finding people to talk to. It's an enormous amount of work. But please, 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 come tell your story. Listen to the show, spread the word. It's a ton of fun. And if you need, just like get a hold of Mike or CypherCon. They'll put you in touch with me. I'm at Josh Bressers on like all the socials. But if you can't find me, find CypherCon. They'll hook you up. Please, please, please tell me your story. I want to hear it. Thank you.
All right, Michael, come on up here and close us out. Let's go.
Thank you for coming to CypherCon 5 Service Pack 3. So I have too many lifetime badges up here. I need to get rid of at least one more.
That should be hard.
So I've been working for the last year and a half on Cypher Forest, collaborating with 20-ish people submitting puzzles. So if you would like to submit puzzles in the future, you can help the community as a whole and add it to this collective that's going to grow and grow and grow. So again, raise your hand if you've been in Cypher Forest. Okay, that's a lot more hands than when you said it before, so people are waking up. So referred to as an army, Sig Honey. Yeah. You guys stand up. Okay. Last I checked, you're #1 by far in Cypher Forest.
Yeah.
So who is representing you guys?
Nick, you and me. I'll do it.
I can do it. You want me to do it? I'll do it.
I'll come up.
So Cypher Forest has 4 areas. There's the main Wisconsin forest at night. There's lightning bugs, fireflies, what do you want to call them, flying around. And you find a safe at the end. You go into the safe, you end up in AR. You're wearing goggles, you look like Tron, and you're running through more of Wisconsin to get to the third part, Lake Michigan. And if you click on the tiny little fish that jumps out of the water, you find a whole nother puzzle path, right? The 4th area is inside the barn. There's multiple, it's a hacker hangout barn. This is Wisconsin, right? And there's aliens sucking up cows, you know, it's a little weird. Inside the barn is a simulation of Windows 95. You have to dial into the internet, you have to get into bulletin board systems. There's a Mac OS, you go in there and solve puzzles, more decoding. And there's a teaser for Cow Linux, which is coming in 2023, so prepare for the Cow operating system. So your team, the army of teams, was number 1. Would you like to talk a little bit about some of the puzzles? And claim your lifetime badge?
Sure. So I would love to, thank you, first of all, thank you. This is amazing. This is our first time in this capacity, bringing 16 people from University of Illinois to the school at our cybersecurity club, Sick Pony. So it's been an amazing experience so far. Specifically about the challenges, I can't get too much word on. I'm just here representing the amazing work all 16 of our members did together. So, you know, yes, absolutely. I'm proud of everybody here, all 16 of you. So great work. I wish I could give you more details about the challenges, but you'd have to ask each one. If you see the Sick Pony shirt, I guess I'm not wearing it. Or if you, well, I got the CypherCon shirt, got a match today. But or if you got a business card from one of our students out here, talk to them. They probably have some interesting insight into the specifics of the questions. But otherwise, thank you so much. It's been awesome.
So that shirt really is amazing. Check out merchandise. All right, so if you were not here for opening ceremony, on all the programs was a 6-fingered hand since the very beginning. Next year is year 6 that this has been leading up to since the first ever CypherCon. So do not miss it.
Come back. Back for more.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for coming. We're here. We are in Wisconsin, elevating the community in hacking, and it benefits everybody as a society. So I want to thank volunteers, sponsors, village leads, speakers. It really does take a community to elevate, and be proud of yourself for being here. I think we all need to go get a lot of sleep. And Cypher Force is going to continue to run, so please, the story doesn't end now. And when you come back on year 6, it's going to be huge. So continue to hack. Thank you for coming. And I close out the event. Thank you.